Welcome to the final video in our 6-part video series about the Kundalini activation technique and my upcoming Ascension activation training. I just wanted to stop for a moment and say thank you to everyone who's watched this video series. I've received so many messages and emails from fellow people on the journey to higher consciousness, and the early bird waiting list has grown a lot bigger than I expected. In fact, right now, there are more people on the early bird waitlist than I can accept in the course. I've also received dozens of questions about my upcoming Ascension activation training. And instead of replying to every message one by one, I thought it would be easier to shoot a video and answer everyone's questions in one place. So if you send me a message and I haven't gotten back to you, I apologize. My inbox is literally crammed with messages and questions about my new Ascension activation training. Now, before I do that, I want to quickly recap everything that we covered in this 6-part video series. If you've watched the last 5 videos, then you know that the Kundalini activation technique that I like to call CAT is the best way to attract the big opportunities in love, money, career, well-being to flow freely toward you, because everything is energy. You will generate an energy body through which all things are attracted to your life. I also showed you that implementing the Kundalini activation technique is easy, and I gave you the best technique to start quickly. And I showed you how you can make your life easier and get results really fast by working with the Kundalini energy. I also showed you an actual example of the Kundalini activation technique in action and how I was able to create an absolute dream life despite the completely broken and hopeless mess I was. And with the Kundalini activation technique, there's no reason why you can't manifest health, wealth, happiness, and love. These are frequencies. With as little as 11 minutes per day, you can drastically shift your own frequency to attract more health, more wealth, and more happiness and more love into your everyday life. Even if you don't have 11 minutes a day, you're gonna have 1, 2, or 3 minutes to change the signal that you broadcast to the outer world. You don't need to meditate for 30 minutes a day, then continue with a 30-minute breathwork session, follow up with 30 minutes of yoga exercise, and finish with, let's say, a 15-minute visualization practice or any of the other hocus pocus that is recommended nowadays by teachers who share very knowledgeable opinions all day long, but have no tools. The benefits of such a extensive daily practice are great, but the Kundalini activation technique is much more fun and so much faster. You can get drastically more significant results in a fraction of the time. And if you want to have a 2-hour daily routine, then why not practice the Kundalini activation technique and get approximately much more than 1,000 times better results? And you've surely never felt so great in your life. And it's not hard. It's actually ecstatic. Everyone can do it. In fact, you could be lying in bed and you can still do most of the practices. Now, with that being said, I am excited to announce that registration for my Ascension activation training is about to open in the next couple of days, and I'll be taking a small handful of new students and teaching them exactly how to awaken their Kundalini, shift their frequency, raise their conscious awareness, and manifest their desires step by step. This training is not another empty lecture about how you need to raise your frequency and awaken dormant DNA for ascension. In this training, we're doing this together. We will breathe together, meditate, chant, sing, pray, and do some yogic exercises with me live on Zoom. We are going to utilize high-dimensional, Grammy Award-winning sound. We will sit still a lot and we will feel a lot. Many things will start rolling in your favor through this ancient technology. All of them will rejuvenate, revitalize, repair, and reprogram you and your entire electromagnetic field. You'll feel better than you have ever, and your intuition will come alive. Now, as promised, I'm going to answer some questions I've been getting about the course. One question I've been getting a lot is whether this is suitable for beginners or if the course is only for advanced students. And the answer is it's absolutely beginner friendly, and you don't need to have any prior experience before enrolling in the online course. Everything is easy enough for any beginner to enjoy the classes fully. And then there were the more advanced students asking me questions like, I've been practicing meditation, breathwork, and yoga for many years. Will I learn something to improve my practice in your Ascension Activation training? If you're more advanced, you will enjoy a significant, life-changing upgrade to your existing practice. So get ready to love something more than what you've loved doing so far. I got a few other people asking me, saying that I'm a smoker, I've never done breath work before, I'm afraid I'll pass out, but your training sounds great, Aurora. Well, I used to smoke a pack of cigarettes per day when I started myself. And to be honest, it didn't affect my practice at all. And after the first class, I must say that I felt like my lungs were stronger and I breathed more deeply than ever before. And that was a fantastic feeling. In time, this practice will help you get over your addictions anyway. Another question many of you asked was how much of the classes consist of yoga exercise. I don't think I'm fit enough. I had been sitting at a desk all day, barely leaving my house for an entire year, not working out, and I had pain all over my body, which the doctors labeled as fibromyalgia back then. I was still able to do the first class easily. In fact, I felt better than ever before afterward. It's not a fitness class. Everybody can do it. And I also got some other messages like this one that said, I've never done yoga or breathwork in my life, but I have meditated and prayed every day for the last 18 years. I'm 65 this year. Do you think I'm too old to try this? You are never too old to raise your consciousness and shift your frequency. This is actually the perfect hobby for you. In the evening of your life, the dawn will come. I know from working with many seniors that you will totally love this practice. And here's the busy mom's concern. I have 3 kids and a business, so I'm really busy. Can you tell me how much time I have to invest in your training? There will be 1 class per week for 60 to 90 minutes. You can repeat the class daily if you want to, or just take a few practices out of any class that you love and you do those. 1 minute per day is the minimum time investment that you need, but the more you do, the greater the effects will be. And I know a lot of people have been asking how much the course is going to cost. I haven't decided yet on the final price, but it's not going to be that expensive. And there is also going to be a payment plan in case you don't have enough cash saved up. So I hope that I've answered some of your questions. I've put together a video and a page with more information and a detailed outline of the course that will go live in just a few days. But if you want to make sure you get a spot in the online course, I'll give you some instructions right now that you need to follow once registration opens. Because here's the thing. As much as I'd like to help deliver everyone to higher consciousness by raising their frequency with the correct technique so you can build a strong aura and a radiant energy body that attracts all things into your field, I simply can't work with more than a handful of students at the same time while still providing the support and guidance that you need to get the results that you want. I prefer keeping my online classes small and intimate. That way I can really be there for my students and make sure everyone gets a lot of support and hand-holding. So please understand the class is limited and spots will be granted on a first-come, first-served basis. And if you want to be part of it, you have to act immediately once registration opens. So here's what you can do to increase your odds of getting a spot in the program. Number 1, if you signed up for the early bird waitlist, you're lucky because your chances of getting into the program are a lot higher. I'll be sending out an email to everyone on the early bird waitlist shortly with a special early bird registration link. The reason why I've created an early bird waitlist is so you can get access before the public. But to secure your spot, you need to act immediately once you get the early bird registration email. In case you weren't able to sign up for the early bird waitlist in time, you might still be able to get a spot in the upcoming class if you follow these instructions. So here's how to get in. Keep an eye on your social media newsfeed and email. As soon as you see an ad or an announcement that the doors to my Ascension Activation training are open, click on the link, which is going to take you to the registration page, and then secure your spot in the class immediately. Usually when I launch a new live class, there's a big rush to the registration page, since there are so many people who line up for the classes. But if you follow these instructions, you can increase your odds of getting a spot. That being said, I can't wait to knock it out of the park with all my new students and help you make the world see you, acknowledge you, and attract the big opportunities in love and prosperity and happiness and health to flow freely toward you. I literally can't wait to teach you the most magical classes you have ever attended that will inevitably change your life and consciousness forever. That's all from me for now. I hope you enjoyed this video series, and I'm looking forward to hitting the ground running and getting to work with all the new students in a few days from now. Thanks for watching this video and sticking around until the end, and I hope you make it into the live classes.